Hey, do you want to be a DJ? Well, you're fucked.
Whoa, easy there, buddy. Who are you to talk like that on the internet?
In the DJ scene, perhaps irrelevant. Former club resident, former collective creator, and currently DJ for dogs. Dog. I like to think that since 2013, for some people, in some moments, I was the reason they had a good time. Also, for several years, I was a contributing part of roughly 100 events, small concerts, big festivals, and I can talk for hours, so I'll stop. So yeah, I'm proud and happy about experiencing all of that. I was lucky, but I also worked hard physically and mentally to do something that I enjoy and to have an impact. And all of this while working a corporate job. And here's the thing, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. But for now, I will not go through my life story. I will keep that for whoever's interested. Bottom line is, I have a lot less experience than some and a lot less than others. I have succeeded, I have failed, I made mistakes, friends and enemies. So this might shock you, but I'm not perfect and I have no moral high ground. And what will shock you even more is that neither do you. So I'm myself and I'm expressing my free speech rights, my opinions in the format of my choosing. And that is a mini-series about music, DJing, the culture, people, psychology.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay, what's the point? Why are you doing this?
Being a DJ in any shape or form is not just about the act itself. It's about a lot of other unseen, less glamorous things. It's also about observing, analyzing, and experiencing. Sure, the journey can be quite similar for many, but what we learn, what we feel, and how we approach things is different. I believe this series could be interesting for anyone in the DJ world at any level, as well as for anyone curious about some behind the scenes or just a different perspective. But most importantly, I hope this finds the right people and to be somehow helpful for anyone struggling to make sense of things. This is not advice, this is whatever you want it to be, and you can do whatever you want with it. And let me be clear, this is not a DJ tutorial, tips or tricks, how to be the best, rich and famous, or anything like it. For that, there are plenty of other people and resources that you can find for yourself. And yes, I know there are exceptions to the things I say and to things in general. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly of the DJ environment. But since you have social media and for sure you have the curated perspective, I hope you'll forgive me for not talking too much about the good. And of course, these notions are always up to debate. I wanted initially to give the disclaimer that I'm no expert, and of course I'm not one. But then again, nobody is. Even some of the most famous DJs never experienced some basic things or challenges. Privilege exists, and as well as many ways to skip the line. And not necessarily in an evil way, but just a result of certain circumstances. Not everyone has a poetic, emotional journey filled with talent and challenges, and the story is sometimes way less complex. Just a small piece of trivia here. Steve Aoki, yes, the guy that throws cakes, he used to be a singer, drummer, and guitarist in some punk bands before he got famous, which is also funny because he's coming from a extremely rich family. Anyway, do you want to DJ? Relax, maybe your mother and a few close friends will be rooting for you. And most of the time, not because of what you do or how good you are, but simply because they know you. And a special shout out to all the partners that had to endure bedroom transitions. If they would be honest and unbiased, a lot of DJs would probably never existed. And let's face it, in the beginning we all suck. DJing is not a talent in the traditional view. It's not like singing in the shower or anything that's innate. Sure, there's some degree of talent, but fundamentally it's a skill like any other, and that skill can be easily learned despite the glorification of it. If you ever picked up an instrument, which, yes, it's also a skill that you can learn, you can tell the difference. And no, the DJ gear is not an instrument, it's a tool. Yes, some people are doing amazing things with this tool, but mostly it's a tool that you can practice performative creativity using other people's creation and style.
But DJing is an art.
All right, let's play a game. What exactly is art? Is this art? Maybe this? Or what about this? I have to say my favorite part is the idea of getting money out of this bougie, pretentious trust fund kids. And sometimes the only difference between art and illusion is how famous you are. Now, hold on. There is a lot of context and story behind this that is relevant to the bigger picture. But should I be able to enjoy or criticize a piece of art or performance only after that? Will that change my perspective? Sure, but no matter the context, it's still fundamentally a black square, a banana. Now, on the other hand, let's assume that you are presented with a piece of art that's, let's say, conventionally interesting. You have no idea about its origins, but it shows more skill compared to the black square, or it provokes certain feelings. Should you be able to feel or appreciate it only after understanding the context behind it? How much do you know about the history and the behind the scenes of the art that you consume on a daily basis? How much do you know about how it's actually being made? What happens when you use art to create art? I can sense you punching air when I say this, but AI music is probably one of the best things that happened to our culture lately. But that's for another video, so you'll have time to calm down, touch some grass in the meantime. Back to the context, the symbolism, the avant-garde. In the modern society, we have all assimilated and exploited these concepts to fit our everyday marketing needs. It can be Kendall Jenner ending racism with a soda can, or maybe the Gucci of water.
Hey, we could just bring something else. Something wonderful.
Evian is naive spelled backwards.
But generally it's the glorification of otherwise simple concepts. It's not taking a taxi, it's the new driving. It's not delivering food, it's brand ambassador with a passion for outdoor. That inspires me to update my resume to include 7 years of stakeholder management for a multicultural international network of brand ambassadors. And it's not me giving tips, it's me contributing to them reaching their deadlines through incentive management and distribution. The package is a necessary evil sometimes, and ironically it breeds creativity. Back home we have the saying that it's not the one who sells the fool, but the one who buys it. And look, we are all bullshitting our way through life somehow. The difference is between needing to, thinking that you need to, and wanting to. And especially turning it into a lifestyle choice and personality.
Hold on. What does it have to do with DJing?
Well, the DJ world is no exception. And let's be clear, if you're making music and that's your primary focus, I'm not talking about you. That's a different discussion. I'm talking about the mixing, DJing, selecting, whatever you want to call it. Basically your average local SoundCloud.
Oh no, AI is taking over the world.
Sure, but it will also help you describe the button pushing into an avant-garde performance, and also to transform saving PDFs into streamlining document workflow through efficient conversion, formatting, and digital preservation. As DJs, we've managed to build an abstract credibility that cannot be challenged. We don't tell people what to expect, we tell them how they should feel. Nobody can rate or question your hypnotic journey or uncompromising selection, and if someone cannot feel it, they just don't get it. And it's absolutely fine to advertise your art. There is sadly very rare, pure, organic growth without luck or some trickery involved. That's simply the reality. But where do you draw the line between advertising the art or the artist? Which of those needs to be promoted? Do you distinguish between necessity and ego tripping? Do you advertise for the public, for the venues, or for other DJs or promoters that could throw you a bone? Can you tell the difference? Okay. I'll stop with the philosophy for now. But come on, what did you expect? Don't you see what the channel is called? Now back to the main topic. You still want to be a DJ, right? Now, when it comes to other DJs, of course there are those that are happy that is new blood, love for music, diversity in the scene. But there are also others who are not exactly happy. Especially for them, the reason for doing that is financial, or if they have a deep frustration towards younger generation, the evolution of tech and accessibility. Even if it's not your intention or you literally just started, congratulations, you have become the potential competition for money or attention. This is nothing new. However, social media, late-stage capitalism, AI, technological advancements, combined with the simple tribal human nature, have reshaped the DJ into a musical version of the emperor's new clothes, where the emperor simply got better at convincing the peasants. So, do you want to be a part of the fashion show? Be on your best behavior, put on the fancy pants, and buckle up. But that's it for today, and for whoever made it this far, you have my respect. Stay curious.